back in Dubai. Actually got back last Friday, it's now Monday, but I didn't want to film last week. I was just getting myself settled, dealing with the time zone difference, barely slept on the plane. Didn't really want to get in front of the camera, and I wanted to make this, well, I am making this video, it's going to be a full week of hybrid training, so obviously it made sense to start on a Monday. So I actually tried to film this earlier on today, but the traffic was too loud, couldn't hear anything I was saying, so I've actually done a workout already, which you'll see in the next clip, which was an hour on the treadmill. I've got chest and back later on tonight. But yeah, just going to document a whole week. Got 9 training sessions to do, which it sounds like a lot, and I guess it is. 4 heavy strength training sessions, 1 mobility and movement session, and then 4 runs, spread over evenly over the course of the week. Got a full rest day on Thursday. I'll explain why I have a full rest day. I prefer doubling up just for recovery purposes, but I'll get into that later on in the week. But yeah, it's going to be good. This isn't really going to be much of kind of like a business focused video or whatever. It's just going to be pure training, and I'll make further videos on that. I think now I'm back in Dubai as well, people seem to be quite interested in the lifestyle and how things work, so I'll definitely make some videos on that too. But this is going to be purely training with a little bit of nutrition as well. I'll do voiceovers of the clips. I'm going to try and get clips from every single workout that I do. Go to quite a few different gyms in Dubai because I've got a membership that allows me to move around. But today I'm going to go to the Warehouse Gym, which is a well-known group. I'm going to go to the one in Jumeirah Park. So the next clip will probably, well, the next workout clip will probably be me there. But yeah, just going to get into it. I'm going to go to Starbucks, get a few steps in, get a coffee, come back, and I've got about 20 check-ins to do this afternoon before I train.
On the wall.
Where?
There.
Shh. What you say?
I'm just gonna go on the treadmill.
So I'm going to try and give an explanation of each workout for like a couple of minutes after I do them. So that was, well, it was about 12k on the treadmill. The Garmin just obviously doesn't track when you're running on the treadmill, and I just don't believe the distance on the treadmill. So I ran for about an hour and 5 minutes, which usually for me at that heart rate would be about 11-12k, so that's fine. But yeah, I chose to do that inside. I just couldn't face running outside. It doesn't actually feel too hot now. It's really weird weather in Dubai. But yeah, just Monday work day. Got up a little bit later today just because I was working late last night and I need to be prioritising sleep at the moment. So literally just going to get some electrolytes down me, have a shower, have my first meal. Calories have been increased by my coach yesterday, which I'm really happy about. Essentially just carbs are increasing, and we're going to be taking in a lot more carbs on these double training days. So today I'm on 3,200 calories, which is, it's not a high day, it's like a medium day. But yeah, I'll document some food today, and then I'll film a bit of the workout in the gym later on. That's chest and back, and I'm going to go to Warehouse in Jumeirah Park. So people seem fairly interested by Dubai, so I'm definitely going to try and film in a few different gyms and get some cool content because it's a pretty sick place. But yeah, I'm going to get some food.
First meal of the day, we've got 120 grams of oats, 50 grams of whey, 20 grams dark chocolate, 200 grams of blueberries. Absolutely massive feed that. It's about 1,000 calories, but when you're training twice a day and training the way I am, it's all about fueling up in between sessions because, as I've said, I've got a gym session later on, so I'm going to get through this. This is literally like my favourite meal of the day. Always look forward to it, and it's just getting bigger and bigger now. My calories are increased, so yeah, just going to crack on with a bit of work for the next couple of hours. Morning work block done. Gonna go to the gym now, hit chest and back, run you over the session, probably just film the main compound lifts. I'm gonna do a little bit of work at the gym before starting. I just had my most recent meal. It is so fucking hot. Let's see what temperature this says when I turn it on. Fuck. It says 44.
feels hotter than that. I've never felt heat like this before. Fuck. So I moved, well, it's August now. I moved here last September, and it's definitely worse than then. Like, literally, you can't even touch the metal on your belt because it'll burn your skin. Like, it's that fucking hot. So I'm gonna get the aircon right up. Oh, fuck. Literally the steering wheel's too hot. But yeah, so I live in a place, for anyone that knows Dubai, called Jumeirah Village Circle, and the gym that I'm gonna go to today is Warehouse, which is a chain, it's like a functional fitness chain. They've got a bit of everything there. They've got like bodybuilding, CrossFit stuff. It's really good for like just all rounder. That's in a place called Jumeirah Park, which is about a 15-minute drive. So that's where I'm heading now. First weight training session of the week here, chest and back, horizontal push and pull focus, just doing some scapular push-ups here, followed by some plate pushes, basically just trying to warm the scapula up. I've noticed that since I now spend at least 6 hours a day at a desk, if not more, my posture goes to shit if I don't stay on top of this sort of stuff. And if your kind of shoulders round forward, they kind of have that like anterior tilt, it can really affect your pressing strength and obviously hold you back with performance. So me and my coach we stay on top of this sort of stuff. I'm always doing warm-ups like that at the start of my body training sessions. Main compound movement for pushing today was alternating dumbbell press. Basically each set we switched up the hand placement. So this was the warm-up set with a neutral grip, and then essentially every set we altered the grip slightly. So heaviest set ended up being pronated grip, which you'll see next. I actually got told off for using my camera here, which is why you'll see the quality dip in the next clip. Apparently you're allowed to film on your iPhone, but not with a camera, even though it's exactly the same size. I have no idea what they're on about, but they are funny in Dubai gyms. I was in a gym tonight and they actually stopped me filming as well. So it's a bit irritating, but I guess we've just got to figure out which gyms can film in going forward. But yeah, so I think this was the top set of my horizontal press, so 32 kg per side, and I think I did 6 reps each side, or this might have been the set to failure where I think I might have done 18. It's a lot more taxing doing it alternating grip when obviously you're stabilizing with one side and pressing with the other. But essentially what we're trying to do here is, in this block of training, a lot of unilateral work to kind of clear up some imbalances, so that in the next block of training, we'll work on more kind of bilateral barbell work. That's generally what I do with my training. It's worked really well. I'm still kind of rehabbing some long-standing niggles and injuries from playing rugby when I was younger, and basically strength training with no idea how to do it. And then the main horizontal row movement, I opted for a seated row. I was meant to do pendlay row, but I spent like 9 hours on the plane this week. Lots of sitting down. My back was a little bit achy, so I just decided to do this. I didn't want to risk an injury because I had a really big week of training coming up. But this is a nice change. Just kind of takes me back to like bodybuilding days with machine work, but primarily I focus on free weights these days. Okay, Tuesday, day 2 in this hybrid training week series. So got legs today. I'm going to go to a different gym and I hope they'll let me film my camera. It's called Wellfit. It's an absolutely massive gym. Got some really good equipment. I don't go here too often because it's about a 20-minute drive, but I'm gonna kind of train, shower, get some food and do a bit of work there to kind of try to make a bit of a day of it. I find that if I stay in the apartment all day, I just kind of lose my head. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get out a bit today. So I thought I'd just touch on what I'm doing for nutrition. So trialing a new approach with my coach, basically because my expenditure is so high on some days, like on a Sunday I'm running like almost a half marathon like every weekend, obviously burning a lot of calories on that day, whereas today I'm only going to the gym, and on Thursday I don't do anything, I take a rest day. So basically we're trialing low, medium and high days, So today I'm only training once, going to pull a low day. I'll do a low day again on Thursday. Basically the calories are right down at 2600, and then tomorrow when I do a double day it'll be 3200, and then on Sunday it'll be even higher than that because I'm spending more energy. It'll be more like 3500 with a lot more carbs. So I'll probably, on my video next week, I'll do a bit of a review of that. As I said, we're still trialing things, not really sure what's kind of working. I'd gone quite high on the carbs for the last 2 or 3 days, and I found that I just bloat up very quickly when I go from like kind of medium carb to high carb. So I'm just trying to figure out what's working for me, because for me it's about finding the balance between, obviously I want to be fueled for my workouts and have the energy to perform well, but I don't want to overfuel to the point where obviously I start to gain weight and I feel bloated, which holds me back from performing well with the runs. So yeah, it's just trying to find that balance with the hybrid training. And for me, like, it's a pretty even split in terms of priorities between the running and the lifting. But yeah, I don't want to start putting on weight because it really holds me back on the quicker runs especially. So yeah, this gym is really good. Hopefully they'll let me film and I'll get a few clips of my session, but it's essentially some hip specific warm-up stuff and a lot of split squats and lunges to, stimulate hypertrophy but remain functional and help the running. So yeah, I'm gonna drive there now. Yeah, so WellFit thankfully did let me film. They didn't have any issue, but annoyingly, the main section of the gym, the functional section, which was the bit I was going to use, is actually under construction. So it's kind of just like a bodybuilding gym, I guess. But I managed to get everything done that I wanted to. I had to sub out barbell reverse lunges for dumbbell reverse lunges, but sometimes you've just got to do that, and it really doesn't have much effect whatsoever on the actual muscle that you're targeting. So just a bit of a warm-up here. What I was doing before there is a Jefferson curl, so a really nice lower back stretch and strengthening exercise. My kind of lower body posture got what's called kind of an anterior tilt, so just trying to kind of stretch those muscles out, again programmed by my coach. I find that all this stuff really does add up over time, helping you stay kind of, I guess, injury free and really improve performance. And we paired this with I guess, what was this called, a Roman chair, I think, weighted, just a really good glute builder and also a glute activation. So we've got this at the start of my workouts before the main compound movements, and my main squat movement at the moment is a Bulgarian split squat. I haven't actually back squatted in a while. When I was doing that photo shoot, I obviously, while I was cutting for it, I was quite fatigued, and I just find that I think out of all the exercises that I do, the back squat just really fatigues me. It takes a lot of kind of stress through the nervous system for me, and I think just bang for buck, it probably wasn't worth having it in my program. I do still suffer from a little bit of a hip imbalance from when I had my knee surgery, so I find that I get more benefit out of doing things like the Bulgarian split squat and reverse lunges. And to be honest, like, I'm doing a lot of running at the moment, and I think my legs are actually kind of probably my strongest body part these days. They always used to be a weakness, so I've always just hammered them twice a week to the point where I think they're probably relatively bigger than my upper body. So essentially I'm not really trying to gain any size in them. I just want to keep them strong, keep them functional. But I always found that when doing back squats heavy, legs just blew up, and I always kind of chafe loads when I run. So yeah, that's kind of why I haven't got them in the routine at the moment. I'll probably bring them back in, but right now running is the kind of the main focus. So lower body training is just maintenance mode basically. Always throw in some leg extension at the end of my squat session just to get a bit of a pump. To be honest, I don't go to failure because I always do an interval run the next day, so I don't want to be too sore. Right, Wednesday morning now, just before 5:45. Got a double session today. First one is an interval track session, and then later on I've got upper body gym session. So heading to a track in a place called Sport City to hit this interval session. I think it's a 2k warm up, then it's 4x4 minutes at about a 4-minute pace, and then I think it's 2x2 minutes at just a little bit quicker than that. It's like a new interval pace I've not run at yet. It's pretty hot, it's 32 degrees, very humid already, so this is going to be interesting. This is the second run I've done since I've been back in Dubai. That one on Sunday was brutal, but it's about an hour earlier now, so it shouldn't be too bad. And although obviously the pace is quicker today, like the run
in itself will be a lot shorter, so I think it should be alright, but I'm getting used to it. I've done a few walks and stuff, getting used to the temperature. It's a bit tough, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm going to get this one done. I'm just going to stick the tripod up in the corner of the track and film, and I'll put the exact session and the paces on the screen at the end.
Okay, so that's the warm-up done. 2k easy. I wasn't even looking at pace, I was just looking at heart rate, keeping it around kind of low 130s, mid 130s. Then I've got 4x4 minutes at just below 4 minute per kilometre pace, and then 2x2 minutes at around 350. So I think it should be okay. It'll be over fairly quickly. There's 90 seconds rest in between reps, so I'm just going to get into it now because it's starting to get warmer. But yeah, see how we go. I'm just going to leave the tripod here. It's 2 out of the 4 reps done, or the first 4. Hitting about a 3:45 pace, a little bit quick, but I'm going to see if I can hold on to it, and then the last 2 will be even faster than that. But feeling good. It's not, the weather isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Obviously the quicker you run, the more breeze you get, so it's working well so far. I need to get into the third one now. Oh, it's so hot, man. Jesus Christ, it's saying 46 degrees in the car. So, session 2, a little bit more awake than I was this morning. I'm gonna go to a gym called Rays in Jumeirah Islands. A little bit further away, but it's really nice. It's quiet. Be worth filming in. At this time it's almost 4 o'clock and most of the gyms are usually rammed, so it's very difficult filming. So I'm gonna go there. I haven't been in a while, but it's kind of like a health club spa, but it's really nice, and they've got all the kind of equipment that I need, just dumbbells and machines really. But I'm gonna hit it's a shoulders and back session. It's pretty good. I've done it. It's the second time I've done it on this training block, so I'm excited for that. And then I'll be back home. Dinner, I'm having chicken tacos. What I'm trying to do to improve my sleep is trying to go to bed earlier, so I'm moving my final meal earlier in an attempt to just let my body and digestive system have a little bit of a break for like 3 hours before I go to bed, and then I find that I fall asleep easier and wake up easier. I've got a consult call later tonight with someone from the UK, but I've had a pretty productive day at work between these 2 sessions. Since I've gotten back, I'm kind of back into routine now, like back in Dubai that is. I've just been very strict with my time. I've written down exactly what I want to do, what I need to do each day. And I found recently that I'm just on my phone all the time responding to people on WhatsApp, like the coaches, clients, friends and stuff, and I've just been finding that it's been hampering my productivity. So what I've done basically now is I have an alarm that goes off twice per day, 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Dubai time, and then I just go in for like half an hour, respond to all the messages, give much better responses over voice note and longer messages, and I'm finding that I'm not missing anyone's messages, and it's just working better for me, and it means that when I'm not doing that, I'm a lot more productive. So that's something I'm going to try for the next week. But I've just found that my phone blows up all the time, Instagram, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, and if I don't have those kind of boundaries in place, I just find that I'm on it all the time, and I can't do any of the tasks that I'm trying to do in terms of create the educational content for clients, do programming, things like that. So that's just something I'm trialing, always trying to improve that side of things as well. But yeah, I'm going to drive to the gym now. It should take about 20 minutes, get this session done. I'm starting with some biomechanics work, it's not really rehab work, it's more like movement prep, and then we'll get into session. It shouldn't take too long, it'll be about an hour. And I'll probably take some videos of my dinner tonight because I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, so this gym, Rays, is in a place called Jumeirah Islands, which is kind of like halfway between JVC, which is where I live, and the marina. It's just such a cool place. Like, it's just a lot more green than anywhere else that I've been in Dubai. It's almost like just a a fucking oasis or something, but it's just such a nice place. And I absolutely love this gym. It's just a small gym in this, like, I guess it's a spa or something. So it doesn't have much of an atmosphere, the gym, but it's just so fucking aesthetic. Like, it's just so nice. It smells so nice. It's never busy. I usually train in the afternoon at like between 3 and half 5. And if you go to kind of the typical like warehouse gyms and stuff, they can be really busy, and it's just not the kind of best environments training, because it's literally just so busy. You can never get on the equipment. So I come down here every now and again. I used to come a lot when the weather was a bit cooler and train in this little outdoor gym, but yeah, it's just so nice. There's literally like only a couple of people in there most of the time. But today was a vertical focused upper body session. So doing behind the neck barbell press, which is a bit of a controversial movement. A lot of people say it puts too much stress on your rotator cuffs, but I'm actually pretty strong in it, and I think that's because I've got pretty good shoulder mobility these days. So I think if your shoulders are healthy and you do have good mobility and range, it's actually a really good exercise to kind of strengthen them in that, I guess, quite unstable position. But yeah, I'm loving having it back in my routine for this month. And then the second one was a single arm half kneeling dumbbell press. So again, just focusing on each side individually, and the camera actually decided to die after this. I think I did some heavy lat pull down and then just some delts and arms. So fairly short training sessions, volume's not too high, but just focusing on getting stronger. It's all you need to do. And as I've said before, I'm not really looking to build too much muscle. So I'm just looking to maintain muscle mass and build strength these days. It just really helps with staying lean. Like, the stronger you can lift, like, I'm not saying the leaner you'll get, but I've always found when I've lifted heavy year round, I've managed to stay lean. So that's the focus for me. And I love lifting heavy anyway, so it works well.
Friday morning, I've got a double session today. First one is a track session at half marathon pace, 4 by 10 minutes with warm-ups either side and cool downs, and then I've got a deadlift and hamstring focused leg day tonight. It's a big day today. Ideally would like to train a little bit earlier in the gym, but I've got check-ins and I'm actually recording a podcast today, so yeah, a really busy one. But the weather is mental. Look at that. There was a sandstorm last night and it's just so muggy, so running in this is going to be horrendous, but we'll get it done. So I'm going to head to the track now. I'll probably just put the tripod up in the corner again and get some shots.
Back at the track. It's 20:06. There's literally no one here today. There's always a run club on Wednesday morning, which you'll have seen earlier on in the video. But yeah, gonna get into this 2K warm up, nice and easy. Try and keep my heart rate like in the 130s, and then 4 by 10 minutes at 4:15, which is half marathon pace. When I was in the UK and it was a bit cooler, I've been running a bit quicker than that, more like 4:05 to 4:10, but I think I'm just gonna hold it at 4:15 today. Like 4 by 10 minutes is a long time, so we'll see how it goes. It's a big workout this, probably should hit like, I don't know, like 11 to 12k overall. And then I've got deadlifts tonight, so I'm going to be taking on a lot of food after this, but yeah, I'm just going to get into it and grind it out. Feeling quite lean today, dropped like a kilo since the start of the week. I know obviously body weight fluctuates a lot being over here, especially with drinking a lot of water, but feeling good. Even though I've been on more food this week, which is great, but expenditure is high now. I've got 18k to do on Sunday as well, so plenty of calories are going to be taken in over the next few days, but yeah, I'm going to get this warm-up done.
Just wanted to give a bit of a review of the run that I did this morning. I realised I just completely forgot to film. That was probably top 5 hardest runs I've ever done. Like, absolutely brutal. It was just purely down to the heat. Like, I've hit that pace for 10 miles before, like a couple of weeks ago, but that heat was on another level. Again, just too late. So
mission for next week with the running is just to get up earlier. It's like when the sun comes out, it just gets way too intense and the humidity's on another level. Like, it's okay running at like an easy pace, but I was pushing like 4:10, and it was just so tough. So I did the warm up. I did 3 10-minute reps. I actually ended up running over the target paces and like too quickly, running at 4:10. So I was running too quick there, but I didn't realise, because I wasn't really looking at my watch too much, and it's still in miles. I'm not quite adjusted to miles and not kilometers yet. And I was thinking like I can't do a 4th rep, like it's gonna be like potentially fucking dangerous. So I drove home and I just did the last rep on the treadmill. So I'm not missing it, but I can't do it outside. So I did the last one on the treadmill and did the cool down on the treadmill. So I completed the workout, but didn't go quite according to plan. But I'm glad that I did it. But yeah, very taxing. I've got deadlifts and hamstrings tonight after I finish my check-ins. I've got a couple of calls, so I will video that, and I'll be in a different gym again. I think I'm going to go to a golf club called the Els Club, because it's quiet in these commercial gyms on a Friday night. So I didn't actually end up going to the golf club. It was a bit late. It was about 7:30. I just needed a bit of an atmosphere to get me going for this session, so I did end up going to a commercial gym called Fit Republic in Sport City, but it was actually alright. It was Friday night, so it's never too busy because most people are going out after work, but I was just grinding in the gym. But yeah, some RDLs, 4 sets of 6 on 120k here, nothing crazy. Hit a lot more than this in the past. Just trying to I guess, isolate the hamstrings a little bit more in this block of training before we go back to doing conventional deadlifts in the next block. And then moved on to some, I guess you could call it running specific strength work. So just some unilateral work on the quads and the hammies and the glutes. Box step ups, 16k kettlebells, I think. Again, nothing mad. I actually paired this with some more kind of functional work, kind of like step ups into single leg RDLs, but it was a bit boring. I didn't want to video it. But yeah, this session was good. As I said before, I'm not really looking to gain too much size in the lower body at the moment. It's more just maintenance, just so that it doesn't kind of hold me back from progressing on my quicker runs. This is actually the following day, Saturday. Just hit essentially an upper body pump session in my apartment gym just to save time, because I was doing a lot of work and then I was heading out for dinner. So you can see some L-sit pull-ups there, with some low incline dumbbell flies as well. Trying to bring up my chest a little bit, so I'm hitting it twice a week. I hit heavy incline press earlier on in the week, and then some flies on the weekend, as I say, just to hit it twice. That's the best way to bring up a lagging muscle group, is to increase the volume and the frequency. So I'm hitting that over 2 days, 1 intense, and then 1 literally just touching on it. And then the last movement that I filmed was this, what even is it called? I guess it's a lat pullover in a glute bridge position. So strengthening the core, a little bit of glutes, and lengthening and loading the lats. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how I'm looking at the moment. I'm holding within about 1 kilo of my photo shoot weight, which is great considering my calories on average are up by about 300 to 400 calories a day. So yeah, I'm really happy with how I'm looking, how I'm performing. And that was that session. Last workout of the week, Sunday run day. Best one to finish on. The only problem is I've managed to wake up an hour late, so it's now 6 o'clock. So it's going to be very, very hot. But I'm going to run a little bit slower today, so it should be okay. I'm going to drive down to Kite Beach and do the run there, just because it's one of my favourite places to go. I haven't been there this week yet, and I thought there might be a little bit of a breeze coming off the sea. Probably not much though, and I'll be able to set the car up, and I can stop and take on water at about halfway through. But yeah, I set my alarm for 4:30, but put it on Thursday accidentally, so I woke up at 5:30, so I'm running an hour behind, but it shouldn't make too much difference. I think it should be alright. Yeah, this is the last one of the week. I'll try and get some clips when I get there, but I think the camera's going to die soon. And then that'll be the week done. So I'll do a little wrap up at the end, but I'm conscious the video is quite long already, but plenty of information and value included, hopefully.